welcome friends. I am Daisy. I am a mom of 3. I also work in the local church and we have 3 kids who are pretty involved in sports. And so that's kind of what inspired this video. I wanted to walk you through what an average evening looks like in our life. So today is Thursday and we have, my son is in hockey, the girls are in dance. They do other sports throughout the year, but that's kind of where the season that we're in now. And so I wanted to walk you through what an evening looks like for us. Now, when I see evening routines, they usually look slow and cozy and there's face masks and all those things, but that's not always realistic, especially as a busy family. And so I wanted to walk you through what that looks like. So the kids are about to get off the bus. I'm looking like I have a watch. I have no watch. It's my hair tie. The kids will be getting off the bus soon, and then we will begin the routine and go through all of it. So thanks for being here. Let's get this started. About 5 years ago, I was noticing that I was constantly snacking around like 3 o'clock, something unhealthy like cereal or chips and cheese. And so I actually replaced it with this superfoods smoothie. And I've been doing this now for 5 years and it really craves those cravings. And I don't know, it gives me more energy going into the evening. And just kind of satiates me. So I have that. Now I'm pulling out, we have our new not consumed studies. So they have it per age group. So I have one of the preschool younger versions and then a junior version or 2 junior versions as well. I love these because it lays it all out for you. There's some Bible reading, different lessons. We've done probably about 5 of these. This one is on Bible basics. I was noticing that my kids maybe needed a little bit more of the foundation and background about how to read the Bible, how to go through it, where to look for certain things. And so I picked this one, and we don't always get to it, but when we have a little bit of time in between getting off the bus and going to sports, we're able to do some of these, or Saturday morning seems to be a good time as well. Now let me tell you, I used to homeschool and it was so much easier to do these not consumed studies during it because it was in the morning that we would do it. I had their full attention. When we do it after school or really any other time, they are just so squirrely. They're tired from school or they're tired from sports. And so I'm trying to find that balance, but we try to do the best we can. But if you have anything that works for you to get in your Bible studies with your children when they have school all day and they, maybe are busy in activities, how do you fit it into your days? I am trying my best, but I don't feel like it's as great as it could be. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I've heard from many people before that, it's great if the kids can fully understand and comprehend what they're reading and have this desire and drive for their own faith. But as long as we're introducing it to them, we're exposing them to it, if it's not perfect and we're still trying our best, that really matters. God sees what we're doing and we can trust Him to do the rest. Now it's time to get the kids ready for their sports. This night, my youngest daughter has dance. She doesn't dance too often, just one time a week. My other daughter dances quite a bit, but she has an off night. And so I was able to get my daughter ready for dance. I am really late on getting this video out, so you'll see later that I also prepared her Valentines for her class, so we got those ready. I always make sure that they have enough water and are hydrated, so I'm getting her ready first. My husband tends to take on the duties with getting my son ready for hockey, so he does that while I get the girls ready. They're going to come with me to dance, drop off my youngest, and then we'll head over to hockey after. Yes, I know my car is very dirty. We live in a place where it just happens often. I try to get my car washed, and you're going to see I'm going to wash my car soon after I drop my daughter off at dance. But I try to get my car washed probably once a week. I have one of those memberships where you can, just go in at any time. And so I do that. It usually freezes a little bit after, so it's not ideal in the winter, but at least we have a little bit of a cleaner car. And the inside is where I need the most work. When you are a busy sports family and you're driving your kids here and there, there's times where dinner does happen in the car. I hope you're not going to judge me, but that's just how it is sometimes. And so I have to keep it clean. I love the place that I go to because it has free vacuums, and so I can get rid of all the trash and vacuum it up. And then of course there's always gas that you need. I feel like I'm fueling up probably at least once a week, probably more than that. After we dropped off my youngest, it's time to go to the hockey rink. My daughter gets a little bit of her homework in at the rink, and then their game begins. This is such a nice rink that they were in, so it was kind of fun for me to be in a warm rink for once. But they did fairly well. They lost by, I think, 1 or 2 at this game, but they've been working hard, and it is so fun to watch. It's a lot. There's a lot to, travel, all that, but it is so fun to watch. Just left the game. My son hurt. He got slashed tonight in the elbow, so I'm gonna give him an ice pack. Not like it's broken or anything like that. Oh, it's cold. Put that on you. I know, isn't that crazy? Alright, here's your kids' meal. Be nice. Some nights just require that Chick-fil-A drive-thru. After we get home, my daughter got one of her dance costumes, so I was just putting that away. And then it was time for pajamas. We got home probably at, I would say, 8:30, so it was a little bit later for my kids who are a little bit younger, but they tend to be more night owls, and then they sleep in a bit, and it truly does work for them. Maybe it's not ideal for everybody, but it seems like it works for them. Trying to get them to bed at least by 9 o'clock seems to work. Once my kids had their dinner, then it was finally time for me to enjoy my dinner. And then it was time to start packing. Like I said, this video was a little bit older when I shot it. And so we were actually packing for our vacation. I am a last minute packer. This whole video is just screaming type B, and that is who I am. I am a very type B mom. I try my best and I want to do better, but this is real life. And I'm telling you, I'm showing you the real life. So I am packing probably the day or two, no, it was 2 days before I was going to go on a trip. We were going to go on our family trip. And so, you know what? 2 days before the trip, that's pretty good. Did we get it all done that night? No, but we tried. Next, I go into planning out the day ahead. This just gives me a peace of mind as I'm going into bedtime to just get all my thoughts out on paper, what I need to do for the following day. There's really 3 categories that I have in my life: my church work, my work with content creation for my own stuff, and then household duties as well. So I was trying to categorize them into what I needed to do for each of those. Finally, it is time for a little skincare before bed. Here's the cozy skincare part. I didn't say that it would be the entire part, but there is a part of it. So getting myself ready for bed. I am almost 40 years old, and so I just am trying to take care of my skin I don't do any Botox, any fillers or anything like that. And so I'm just trying to take care of my skin with quality products, and then just from the inside out. That's really my whole approach to things. I do use these little frownies. They're gentle lifts for my, what do you call those, marionette lines. And so I sleep in those. I like those because it's really easy to put on. That's how always good to get a little bit of help, right? After this, my kids finally went to bed. I was able to get into bed, enjoy reading a book, enjoy some puppy snuggles, and call it a night after a long, busy day. And that is a look at a very real night in the life. I thank you all for watching.